Today on Eagle Nation News, we highlight the viral Leaning Tower of Dallas and the petition that has been created for this new Dallas icon. Will the building be staying up?
No matter what side you're on in the Friends versus The Office debate, one of these shows is celebrating an anniversary. Brenna Givens has the scoop in today's Talent Talk.
And finally, Sarah Cronin continues our Black History Month coverage with a story of the first gospel singer to perform in Carnegie Hall.
All this and more today
on Eagle Nation News. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today's Wednesday, February 19th. I'm Grant Johnson.
And I'm Julia Bizayan.
Runners in the city of Frisco are on edge after a 54-year-old resident claims that she was attacked Monday morning around 6:30. The runner told police that she passed a man on the sidewalk and he grabbed her and threw her to the ground. She was able to fight him off and run to a nearby home for help. Several running groups came together for a run at 5:30 this morning in the Trails neighborhood to show support for the woman who was attacked on Monday. The victim is well known in the running and triathlon community, and the gathering was held at the same time and place the original incident occurred. Police say the attacker, who is described as a 5-foot, 6-inch tall man, was wearing all black and is still at large.
Now, I'm not sure if any of you have been to Italy, but if you have, you probably stopped by the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Well, now you won't have to travel 5,500 miles to see a building that looks like it's on the verge of toppling over. An office building in Dallas was filled to the brim with dynamite and was set to be demolished. The explosives were lit and the building began to crumble, but behind all the smoke and dust, an elevator shaft was still standing tall. Many have been to this new attraction and taken pictures similar to the popular photos taken with the original Leaning Tower. Online petitions have also been started to salvage the Leaning Tower of Dallas, but it has been made clear that the building will not be sticking around.
Late Tejana singer Selena is set to be honored with a celebration this spring with a lineup of Latino artists. The event, titled Selena 25 Años Tribute Concert, will be held May 9th at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. This celebration, which will mark 25 years since her death in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Tributes to celebrities like the one you mentioned are pretty common, along with other things like naming someone or something after your favorite celebrity. Another group of people who receive similar recognition to this is athletes. Now, I don't want to begin to spoil anything, so let's go ahead and send it to Maggie Hale with your Game Time Sports Update.
Yep, the secret is out. There is a baby burro running around, but not in the way you might think. On December 26, a giraffe was born at the Baton Rouge Zoo. His name was to be determined by a fundraiser. Each person that donated was able to submit their choice of name, Burro, Kwame, or Romeo. On Valentine's Day, it was announced that Burro was the obvious winner. But with winners, there's always a loser, and this year North Carolina is the loser. It's been established that this is not North Carolina season, but this is really not North Carolina season. The 3-12 Tar Heels, who are on an 0-6 run, dug a little deeper into their grave after Notre Dame rallied back to beat them 77-76. The worst part about this loss is up until the end of the second half, UNC was playing their best game all season with the lead for most of the game. Their downfall came from their defense and a little bit of straight-up bad luck. With 2.4 seconds remaining, Notre Dame hit a three-pointer to seal North Carolina's unfortunate fate. If Notre Dame plays out strong, they could see an end to a 2-year NCAA tournament drought. But UNC won't be as lucky, as they'll finish with a losing record and let down their preseason ranking of number 9. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for your Sports of the Week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Maggie. Rogers Middle School teacher Lisa Williams is changing her school and community, one shirt at a time. Maddie Wilbanks has the story.
A teacher at Rogers Middle School has made a huge impact on Prosper residents. just by creating a yellow shirt for people to wear on the first Wednesday of each month for suicide awareness.
We decided in Hope Squad one way to raise awareness for suicide prevention was to wear yellow one day a month to make other people aware of the importance of suicide prevention and mental health awareness. And so we decided that the first Wednesday of every month we'd wear yellow. And yellow is not a color that a lot of people have in their wardrobe. And so we decided to design these shirts, and we put Be Kind on the front because another goal of Hope Squad is to spread kindness and inclusion. And so we've got the yellow to support suicide prevention, and then the Be Kind to support kindness and inclusion.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Maddie Wilbanks. Prosper.
Well, that definitely brings a smile to my face. And another thing that makes me smile is a classic sitcom. Now, Grant, are you Team Friends or The Office?
Now, here's the thing. I haven't seen much of either show, but from what I have seen, I'm definitely going to be Team Office.
Alrighty, well, looks like you're in luck because Brenna Gibbons is here in studio discussing The Office's 15th anniversary on today's Talent Talk.
On March 24th, 2005, The Office came to the world as a brand new TV show, bringing us new catchphrases such as the most popular one, "That's what she said." It has been nearly 15 years since the first episode aired, with fans still laughing at the humor of this loved show. A few cast members were recently welcomed on the Today Show and shared some of their favorite memories from the last 15 years. Kate Flannery, who played Meredith Palmer, said how she felt complete and enjoyed how the writers, in her own words, were constantly playing this little chess game where she was completely in the background, and then whenever she came forward, it was completely worth the wait. Ellie Kepner, who plays Erin Hannon, also joined the show, sharing that her favorite quality about Erin is her sincerity and naiveness because she believed everything she was told. She also shared that if she had to describe her character in one word, she would use the word pure. Tweet us and let us know who your favorite character is on The Office and why. That's all the time I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, The Office is definitely a knee slapper, but moving on to something more serious. Sarah Cronin has the story of an influential African American and how she impacted history. Take a look.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream.
Mahalia Jackson, known as the Queen of Gospel, was a singer and civil rights activist who lived from 1911 to 1972. Brought up in a strict religious atmosphere, Jackson found a love for singing from when she was an active member in the Mount Moriah Baptist Church choir. In 1950, Mahalia became the first ever gospel singer to perform in Carnegie Hall, and later in 1958, Jackson performed with Duke Ellington, and she also sang on many TV shows throughout the 1950s, performing with many other famous artists. Throughout the 1960s, Mahalia Jackson was a big civil rights activist and became good friends with Martin Luther King Jr., and at his request in 1963, she sang at the March on Washington. After King's death in 1968, she sang at his funeral, but withdrew greatly from public political activities. Jackson gave her last performance in Germany in 1971, but dying from a heart attack in 1972.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream.
Today marks exactly 1 month until the start of spring, and it's no secret that spring feels extremely far away with these cold temperatures. Lauren Womack is here in studio to inform us on when we can expect some warmer temperatures as we get closer into the new season. Here's today's Fast Forecast.
Thank you, Grant. The current temperature is 52 degrees, but the wind is blowing at 15 miles an hour, so it feels like 50 degrees. It is also currently cloudy outside. Moving on into the rest of the week, there is a chance of rain in the forecast for tomorrow, so make sure to bring your raincoats. On into the weekend, temperatures will range in the mid-50s and lower 60s, so we won't see the spring weather we are all waiting for. That's all I have for you today. I'm Lauren Womack. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Julia Bizayan.
And I'm Grant Johnson. Live long and prosper.